Um, Aláìlúwà Ọba Ẹnjìníà Munirudeen Adépọ̀sí Báṣọ̀run Aláyọ̀ 1 Orúgbógbò 2 Òru Ọ̀fímòru Ìjẹ̀bú. Thank you very much. The tradition or the civilization are working together. The tradition is to see to the smooth running of the community, performing the traditional rites, though we take care of our old people and young people in the community, and both Muslim, Christian, and the traditional worshippers also. We make sure that there is peace among the three religions, that there be no problem, no Muslim does not fight with the Christian does not fight with the Muslim. So that is why wherever you have a traditional ruler, if you observe it, you will observe that everywhere in Yoruba land that has traditional ruler are very peaceful, because they are the mediators of what we call both tradition and civilization. Mm-hmm. People are no more performing that culture, because the government of nowadays are the one claiming that they are the owners of the land. And once they are the owner, they are the one who gives the say of all, say of that, and they took the control of the whole land. So, but for the people in our domain, when it comes, if there's any problem, if there's any trouble, what we do for them is that we make peace for them. Even for instance, if you buy a land here now, we sell the land, truly we sell the land, but you still need to get permission from the government before you build. So you have to get your CFO and so that, and it's in order. It's in order, because if not so, there'll be more chaos, there'll be more problem. People will be fighting against the land. I remember in the olden days, I bought land in Lagos. When I wanted to go and start there, I saw them fighting on one land, but nobody to report to. But if you have a traditional ruler in that area, I think the traditional ruler will make the peace and mediate into the affairs of that problem. The traditional rulers are making peace on land. They are the owner of the land, but the government is the overall on it. You know, the traditional rulers are the people ruling before the government setting came in. So once the government came in, it's still the same thing. In our own area, we have so many traditional rulers, but in Ijebu, I can talk of Ijebu. The Ijebu's traditional rulers are always taking care of their community and see that there is peace, nothing like peace. For instance, if we have damaged road, we have somewhere that is bad, instead of if the government fails to turn up, we have to do it ourselves. We have to make peace, to make people enjoy their lives. If there is no light, if there is NEPA problem, It's the traditional ruler that will send his people to the authority. That's why the NEPA are there, and we see that everything. If there is water, if it's a problem of water, for instance, in Imoru, we don't sell water. Nobody is buying water here. What we see that is that the government gave us a borehole and the tanks and the reservoir, so we maintain it for the people. The traditional ruler maintain, the community maintains it, so that people are getting their water. If if NEPA brings the money, the bill, I will see to it that the bill is being paid in time. I will tell my people, please collect money and then pay. But wherever I see that the capacity is very high, that I need to come in, and then I call my council to come in with the community money. Ah, my opinion about him is that I don't know what to say. We have been under severe punishment in Ogun State for the past 8 years. By the time of Benga Daniel, we enjoyed it. But by the time of the last governor, everybody will see what is happening in Ijebu alone. Have you seen any road that is good in Ijebu? No single road. I have about 2 Mercedes down, or three vehicles parked there now, to such an extent that the shock absorber, the balloon and everything is gone. Spending money on repairs of that. My car yesterday, I have to spend almost, I spent almost 200 on my car yesterday. 150 for ABS, 50,000 for the arms. Hmm? Because of what? It's because of the bad road. But Dapo Abiodun has seen a problem before he decided to come and help. And I know, being an Ijebu man, he has seen it for himself, that Ijebu people are suffered, and God has sent him. And I know and I believe, by the grace of God, he knows where we are. He knows what we are in need. And I think, by the grace of God, and I pray for him, may God spare his life to help us rectify all these anomalies for the 8 years. For instance, the deputy governor came here last week to inspect this area, to see for ourselves. And I thought the deputy governor reported back to the governor. The second day, he came here again. That shows, because we have a very big gorge very close here. They call it Owakurudu. If you see the gorge, about 10 houses like this house is gone, are gone. To such an extent that when the governor came, the second day the deputy governor came, that shows us that our yearning will come to reality. That shows us that we are having a governor that will take care of the masses. That shows us that whenever we cry, we have somebody who will get up to see to our cry. Unlike before, whether you cry, you do that, you do that. I personally, I know what I did because of this road. I've been maintaining this road for 10 years. I reported to the past governor that, come and see this road. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. He did nothing to it up to now. But I know this road is already in the list for the next governor to do. And I know that he will do it. We shall be happy with him. We hope for happiness with Dapo Abiodun. So it's we all love him. And I know he will show his love to us by the grace of God. The challenge we have here is the infrastructure. Once we have our infrastructure done, we okay. And the other challenge is that our rural roads, because from the rural roads is where we get our food. If the rural roads are okay, foods will be coming in, foodstuff will be coming out. But now, if you say you are going to transport food from one village to the other village, it will cost you a lot of money because of the bad road. And once it rains, you cannot mobilize. So this infrastructure, town and rural roads, they should look into it as quickly as possible. The town roads spoils all our vehicles. If you enter a commercial vehicle, either before, when you get home, you have to use paracetamol or so on. If you use your own vehicle, know that you are going to invest on mechanical repair of the vehicles. So, which means our economy is being hindered by this infrastructure. If the infrastructure is okay, you see that the economy will change in Nigeria. It's affecting our economy, domestic and the commercial. So please, it's one of the most important things. Town roads and rural road. What I mean by rural roads are hard road that goes to farms, to many farms like that. We have many of them here that the farmers cannot bring in their farm products to the town for sale. And the little that comes into the town are too expensive. And when you ask them that why is this so expensive, they will say because of the transportation, no road. The Okada they have cannot bring the Okada will bring little they can bring, not as many as they can bring. So that's the reason. Mm. Uh, for my governor, generally, the President Buhari is trying his best. Nigeria will soon be out of these sovereigns. And in our Ogun State, I just want people not to be too over, not to be too anxious. They should give him time to settle down and operate in the way he's going to operate. We know that he will operate well. Politically, he will do well. He will serve the people in the best way that we have never seen before, that we have never in the past 8 years. So that is my advice. Let him serve. People should not start with criticism very early. We need to give him a year before we can see what he has done or not. And I know within 1 year, we will have a very good relief. So people should not criticize now or should not bother him, worry him, give him too much assignment to do, or give him that they want him to take this, take that, do that. They should let him have peace so that he can do well.